Hello, my name is Gilbert Ishimwe. I'm going to talk about the summaries I did for two videos. The first one is the video by Sonja, and the other one is the video by Brent. Both videos talks about happiness. Starting by the first video by Sonja. Starting this video, Sonja take a quote from Chinese quote, which says that if you want to be happy for long of your life, do something better for someone, help someone. Also, he supports this quote by another quote of the President of America, number 43, that says that if you do something better for someone or you help someone, it's beneficial to you. Yes, this video is more talking about the act of kindness. So to prove this, Sonja carried out an experiment. In this experiment, he took students and he asked them to do 5 acts of kindness per week, and she did the experiment over 6 months. With this experiment, he noted one of the students, 5 acts of one of the students, and the first one, the student wrote that he helped his brother, and the second one said that he took a friend to the airport, and the third one said that he visited different people, and the last one, which is very interesting somehow, he said that the student said that he told the teacher thank you. So people might think that this was like not included in the 5 things that you can do for the act of kindness, but this was very great, as she said, Sonja. So during this experiment, Sonja found that those students who have done that act of kindness had increased or make a step forward in their happiness, but those ones who didn't have remained at their have remained as they were before. So with this video, we can see that the act of kindness can lead us to the happiness that we need in our life. But on the other hand, Brendan also talking about happiness, but his thoughts or his opinions are like things that he knew in the mind. He doesn't prove it with different facts or with experiments. But in detail, here are something that he talked about. He talked about that the happiness is more about how we perceive the past, the present, and the future. And the past is more of being grateful. Though our past might have been challenging, or we have encountered different troubles, but we need to be glad of what we got in the present. And for the present, it's more being engaged, being in what you are doing right now, being engaged in what you are interested in. Just feel what you are doing right now, and let them make you happy. And for the future, it is more of anticipating something better in the future. Think that, for example, tomorrow you will get up and find a car on your door, or you will get up and do something better for someone and tell you thank you. So that's really what he was talking about. But all those things was just his ideas. He didn't give facts or other evidence that prove his claims. Also, he talked about the emotional and physical and also spiritual happiness. For the physical happiness, say that it's easy. It's more of having what to eat, clothe well, eating well, avoid caffeine, tobacco, and other things that can lead you to an unhealthy life. But for the emotional, he talking about relationships, different relationships that we make in our life. This also can lead us to happiness. This is more of being present with people who you are in love with, This is more of doing something better for your friend. And also he talked about spiritual. This is more of the belief that we have in our words, mystery, or the God for those who believe. Uh, Willie, he said that with the gratitude that we have for the past and being engaged in what we are doing right now or what we are interested in, and for the future, anticipating better thing in the future, can lead us to happiness. But I can say that his opinion or his idea were not enough so that we can rely on them. But on the other hand, when you look Sonja has been able to carry out an experiment so that to to reinforce his how idea that happiness comes from kindness. So this one, Sonja's video or Sonja's idea might be more effective than those ideas from Brandon. Okay, but also let me talk about stress. We all in our life encounter stress in different domains, but I need first to explain what is stress. From my perception, when I understand stress, I understand when I'm like overloaded with different things and I miss control over them. Therefore, I feel like I'm stressed. But from a well-known definition from Basalus, it says that stress is when the demand exceeds our personal or our spiritual resources. For example, if you have something a lot to do and your body is unable to manage that circumstance, therefore you feel stressed. So there are different causes of stresses at work, at home, or even from our lives. So at work, I can say that the stress can result from a lot of things that we have to do. When you have a tight schedule, this can lead you to stress. Also, being when you are doing a work that you are not interested in, also this can lead you to stress. Another thing might be like the way they treat you at work. They might treat you bad, which can lead you to stressing or activity that you do. In our life, for example, the death of somebody you love, this can lead you to stress. Also, when you have like a lot of needs and you have little finance or little money to satisfy your needs, this also can lead you to stress. But there is other stress that result from us. For example, people who get fear easily, I might say there are, for example, what the people are saying around terrorism and things, and those thinking that there is something wrong that is going to happen to you, this may make you feel stressed. Yeah. But though we face stress, we are able to manage stress. There are different ways we can manage stress. We can manage stress with different potentials that we have within us. For example, our optimism, how we stay positive, how we our hope that something better is going to happen to us. I may say also our self-efficacy, that ability to think that you're going to succeed over something. Also, I may say about hardness. Hardness is how we undo over different difficulties. So, with that potential, we are able to go through different steps, like going and talk to your friends, doing something that you're interested in. If you like music, go and listen to music. This can help us manage stress. But there is other things that I want to include, talk about. It's more about how our body reacts on stresses. Different scientific research that's been carried out, we found that when we feel stressed, there is a response that happens, which is called fight or flight responses. This is how our body, when sense dangers, produces hormones like adrenaline or cortisol, and those hormones increase the heartbeat, the blood pressure, which makes someone to have sweat. You can see someone who is in stress have sweat. So this can also act as a sign of someone who is in stress. Um, in this reaction, our body is like fighting for itself by producing different hormones. So, in different signs that you can see to somebody who is in stress, you may see him is bored, and sometimes, as the scientists say, uh, his, his, he might face the chest pain. So he or she loses appetite. Those are different signs for someone who is in stress. Concluding, I would like also to talk about the importance of managing stress. As you know, stress might lead us to different wrong things at workplace. Sometimes when you are stressed, you feel you are trembling and you are not able to carry out your activities. So, when you are able to manage stresses, to go different steps to manage stresses, this helps you at work because you work freely, and when even if you get those things that frustrate you or disturb you, you are able to go out of them and keep on working. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope this information is gonna be helpful to you. Thank you.